This is your girl Shejackiesays, and you're all welcome back to the SJS vlog where we talk about fashion, lifestyle, and entertainment.
FJ.
So today,
With the strength of
currently at the Adaraka district court. Pardon my voice, I'm not having a microphone here, but I'm trying as much as possible to communicate. So you all might have seen on social media about the immigration officer that was slain, let me put it, murdered. And 2 weeks ago they were in court, but the case was adjourned because the police were still doing their investigations. So currently we're in court. They haven't got the suspect yet. The case would be heard today, so we'll be bringing you updates and all that right here. So stick and stay with me, your girl Shejackiesays.
So that is the arrival of the new suspect that he had, and his name is Thomas Ziga. And as you can see, the whole media and everyone was trying to rush in to get a shot of him. In fact, when he came, everyone thought it was the previous suspect that everyone knew or heard of during the last proceedings. That was Bright Aweh. But this is a new suspect because previously in the court proceedings, the police said they were still conducting investigations. Then this is the new suspect, that is Thomas Ziga. So he came in and everybody was trying to get a shot of him and all that. And of course, the family was furious at that point. But then, not long after, Bright Aweh came in. And Bright Aweh is one person that a lot of people on social media, and especially the family, they are aware of, because Bright Aweh is a friend to the late immigration officer Stephen Amoah. So that is Bright Aweh making his way into the court premises when he was entering. And that was it. I mean, it was very chaotic trying to get a shot of him at that point when he was entering the Adaraka district court. So over there, the man in suit is the lawyer for the accused, or let me say the suspect. Here we were done. You know, there are no phones, recordings, anything allowed of that sort inside the court. So I had to be in there, come get my details and come out. At this point, we were waiting for the suspect to come out. So that is the lawyer over there. Yeah, so he was being heckled a bit. Would I say heckled? But the family was accusing him and all that. So they had to send him back inside to do a reinforcement. I mean, the police protect him before they brought him back to the frontage where everybody was at, because the family thought at that point the accused or the suspect who murdered their son, I mean, at this point they are just suspects yet. They are not guilty, so they haven't been proven that they are guilty yet. So that is the situation over here. In the family, I mean, if you're in that situation, you wouldn't really understand, but that is what transpired here.
Jimmy, what do I say for breast? I'm quite a namo. What is your problem? police are okay. Like you and my contract, what is the Amoah? Tell the Amoah, and yeah, what problem is this? I don't want to be done Saturday night. Now, what's that?
Okay.
Ye pese Jigana o mache no na bu na nkrofo no mo wa ha o mo hihye mu no ye hu o mu nyina na yen no ye nya mmere se de o mu hwanti se ye nipa bi case hu na se bibi to na ye beba o mu so ye ntwen police enti jiga nkrofo o mo hihye ha o mo ma police fo sika se o mo nya de mo no ho ba ne yemfo o bo nkodo ye hu obi ya ba ye pese o mo ti ase se ye hu nipa bi hu gunsu gunkra sa nkrofo ye beka o mu so ye nya yize ye nya mmere sa se ye ti enkra ha sa nkwasafo wentimi nkum ye nipa no ento ye mo mate asese na ekọ se wo mu nim na so mo se nipa kum na wo mu kum wo mu twitwa na ntwinam to wo mu kum nipa ye mo mate asese enye ye nipa biem enti free na ekoi ye nipa bi ho gunsu gunkra ye baba wo mu so se ye nipa bi gunsu gunkra sa jiga na ye so ye langard no ne nkrofo wa ha obi si wo hene wo ye hwan sa wo hene na wo de nam ha sei no ye mana te asese se ye nipa bi ho ka ye baba wo mu so ye nim ba bi wo mu tete kuma se ne yawo ye ni kroma ye wo kroma ka se wo ntimi sida enti ye ma wo mate asese se wo mu ba ha no se ye hu wo mu a ba bi enu wo be hia se ye nipa bi hu gunsu gunkra ye wo masema ye baba wo mu so enti na me peti ye fra me ya omensa ma kontane de wawu no me ba ne lucky dan complaint no case ni si ye day 1 me ne wo mu na wo ha sa bepim sa amri enti ye ni mo bi a wo case ni mu enti ye mo mate ase se sa mistake no mo try no mu tra bia mu a when the woman yan free o mu tra bia mu a ye no mu be ko no munga mu ye ntwe police medamase.
So at this point, they were already taking the suspects back to the cells. The case was adjourned to 4th September, and that was a reaction there. But then we spoke to the nephew of the late Stephen King Amoah on how he felt about today.
They brought in one suspect, and what the information gathered was, they said that person to his accomplice due to the case. So today the police has adjourned the case to 4th September for another hearing at the Carnation District Court. That's what happened today.
Okay, and then you mentioned something about some funeral arrangements.
Yeah. The funeral arrangement was supposed to be done coming September 7th, but due to Asante, the Queen Mother's death, we can't proceed with that. So a new date will be communicated to the media.
But so what's your take on the court's adjournment?
My take on the court's adjournment is that I just want fair. I don't know what to say. I don't know what else to say.
You are dumbfounded.
Yes, please.
You want swift justice?
Yes. That's what I want. I'm pleading with the court that they should prevail justice for my time.
Okay. Is there any other thing you'd like to add?
But was today the first time that you saw or you heard of the new suspect?
Yes, please. Today was the first day I saw the new suspect.
Okay.
But do you know him?
No, I don't know him.
You don't know his relationship with your late uncle?
No, I don't know the relationship with my late uncle.
Okay, all right.
So proceedings for the murdered immigration officer, that is Stephen Amoah, just ended. Now, what transpired was that when proceedings started, the first suspect that we had all seen on social media, that is Bright Aweh, was not in court yet. So, the judge, when she came in, that was the first thing that she mentioned, that the Republic versus Bright, and the prosecutor, the prosecution that is from the police service, they said that he is on his way because they have a new, there's a development in the case and they have a new suspect who was rather there. So they are now they're now writing a new charge sheet for the person. Those are the new developments. So not long after there were other cases in court, then they proceeded. I think after about 10 minutes later, Bright Aweh finally came to court. And as I said earlier, he is the suspect, the main suspect that we had all seen on social media. He arrived. It was a bit chaotic, very emotional. So for the family, seeing the person that is, suspected to have murdered their loved one, that is Stephen Amoah. Now, what actually transpired inside the court? I wrote a couple of things down. So the counsel for the accused, so the counsel for accused as I said, they brought in a new suspect today with the name of Thomas Zika. And the counsel for that accused person, what the counsel said was that they wanted A2 to seek medical attention. That was what the council said, and that even though A2, the time that they met A2 didn't look too good, and that they were requesting that the accused person, that is Thomas Ziga, be asked to seek, be given the opportunity to seek medical attention. And bear in mind, they were emphatic on this. The medical attention is not going to be at the police hospital, but then at Kolebu. That was what they wanted. They made sure that they laid emphasis on the fact that they didn't want the medical checkup to be at the police hospital. Yes. Now, prosecution also continued to say that A2, that is a new suspect, had been taken to the hospital twice and had been treated and discharged. So the prosecution said that they prayed that this would be refused. Then they proceeded. Counsel said that, it was back and forth between the prosecution and the counsel. Then the judge declined that A2 be taken to Kolebu Hospital and says that the court declined to refuse the application. Now they proceeded, and the counsel for the accused suggested a 1 week adjournment, so they should adjourn the case and meet again 1 week later. The reason being because the accused person should be taken again to the hospital for the third time. So those were the cases, or those were the issues that they were talking about there, that they should be taken to the case, they should be taken to the hospital again for the third time. And the courts, later on after the back and forth, it was still the same thing, prosecution and counsel going back and forth when it comes to this particular issue that the accused person is not feeling well. So they didn't even proceed to talk much about Bright Aweh, which is A1, or he's no longer even known as A1 rather, but he's now known as the suspect in the case. Bright Aweh's case wasn't really heard. Then the judge proceeded to adjourn the case to 4th September. And her last words were that if the health of A2 is in jeopardy, A2 means the new suspect is in jeopardy, they should come in with a formal application to change the hospital. Then the case was adjourned to September 4th. So these are the details and all that transpired here. But let's see some of the reactions of most of the family members who came in here.
Jimmy, what do I say for
Basically, that's all that transpired in court today. So hopefully, I'll be bringing you more updates on this very case, which has been adjourned to 4th September. Thank you all for watching this video. See your girl Shejackiesays. Peace, and I am out.